This is a review of the APEMAN C770 series DVR dash camera. If you use the forward-facing camera only, it records up to 4K resolution. However, once you connect the rear camera, the only available setting is 1080p. It does not record 4K if you have a rear camera hooked up. So to go over the basic controls of the camera, so right now you can see the camera's recording. If I press stop recording, the little light stops blinking. The green LED over here stops blinking as well. And it gives you some menus. The view mode allows you to switch between thumbnail rear, main front, thumbnail front, main rear, just the front, and just the rear. Those are the four choices you have. The mode allows you to select between video and pictures. If you select pictures, it tells me there's 305 pictures left. Playback lets you view the videos. And the button settings lets you go through all the settings in the camera. Now there's 5 pages of settings. To kind of quickly go over all of them, the first setting, as you can see, there's only one dot available because I have the camera currently plugged in as a two-way camera. Now you can see there's four dots, but it's actually 2 pages worth. The loop recording on the mirror image, the clock works off GPS. The GPS on or off. The speed, it can show either miles per hour or kilometers. GPS info. There's GPS stats. Exposure, this sets the brightness and the darkness of the videos. The headlight, the beep sound, you can turn it on or off. Let me put the headlight on this time. Language, you have a few languages to choose from. Time settings. Parking mode, you can turn it on or off. Motion detection. The G sensor. Time lapse, WDR, a watermark. It gives you some information at the bottom, such as GPS location, miles per hour, and you can have your license plate show. For the license plate, you'd actually have to enter your plate in these fields here. I didn't know what this was at first. I put it on. But screensaver, the power, auto shutdown, the delay, the frequency. You can choose between 50 and 60. SD storage, it shows you how many, your capacity and how much space there is. And default your settings, and it shows you the current version for the camera, which is look, the castle. Now it's on 1080, 30 frames per second. Okay, I am now recording at 1080p, 60 frames per second. I am now recording at 4K. This is video being shot at 1440p, 30 frames per second. This is video being shot at 1296p, 30 frames per second. This is video being shot at 1080p, 60 frames per second. This is video being shot at 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is video being recorded at 720p, 120 frames per second. This video is being recorded at 720p, 60 frames per second. This video being recorded at 1080p, 30 frames per second because I hooked up the rear and the front camera.